Hi, I'm Matt Hernandez, and this is Book Chat with You, the Book Chat with You podcast. In this podcast, I try to make nearly every single episode a conversation with you. That is my attempt. It's something I'm still practicing at, something I'm still learning. But it is my hope that we together can chat together about books. And until one day somebody wants to chat with me about books, then at least I can sort of pretend there's kind of a back and forth conversation about books together. So today we're looking at Carol Shields' collected stories still looking at short stories, still inside this volume. And we're looking at the next story in here after, oh my gosh, forgot the name, Sailors Lost at Sea. And now we're looking at Purple Blooms. So this story is so short that when I've been showing 2 pages per story, today I'll only show 1. It's a very short story. So now this story here is written in first person. And so the main character, she likes a Mexican poet named Mario Valeso. I'm assuming though that they're all reading his poems in English, is my assumption here. And so the story has a very simple formula. And I just realized as I'm re-recording this video that the formula is a little like fable folktale-like, because she gives this author's book Purple Bloom to 3 people: her friend Shayna, her friend Edward, and to her mother. And she describes her friend Shayna as what I can only call gloomy. Then she gives the book to her friend Edward. She doesn't call him so gloomy. He looks at the cover a couple of times and kind of just puts it away. She gives it to her mother, and I don't know, I might not always like these terms, but I mean, her mother kind of peaked when she was 18, and it's just been kind of a decline from there. She gives the book, but she's already confident he's not going to read it. Then the main character goes to the park. While she's there just by herself, she sees some children kind of all heading in one direction. She asks why. And she says, oh, Mario Valeso's here. So maybe I missed the line, if he's there for signings. Yes, signing copies of people's copies of Purple Blooms. She heads over there, and she sees a whole crowd going over there, including her friend Shayna, her friend Edward are together, in fact, walking over there, and her mother. The whole story just seems a bit strange, because to me, I'd fully expect at this point, which I'll admit, I'm not the best reader. I should be a much better reader. I mean, at least at this time of this recording, I'm about to barely start graduate classes online. And it's nothing to brag. I mean, I graduated college 10 years ago, but I'm still not the best reader. I mean, I'm an English teacher. I read well enough. My reading level's just fine. But I never had this experience where I give somebody a book and that they just want it. And I mean, people might want that in like some kind of religious circles, right? Especially then, or especially maybe some kind of, well, one of those topics that they say they're kind of off topic for parties, right? Like politics or religion or something. Like you might want somebody to really, really read it, but it's not a lot of the circles I've always been in. And for my closest friends and such, I wouldn't change them for the world. And yeah, but then in the end, they're all flocking to part of the park to look at the author together. But then the main character didn't know that the poet was there. And so she just kind of joins the crowd. But if she's a fan of his, but they found out he's there, I mean, it's a very strange scene. It's almost like a little like, I don't know, is cultish the right word? Like if she converted them to like a particular religion, a particular worldview, a particular I don't know, meme coin or something, and they just rushed to learn everything about it. But she was just like a follower, and that they just like love it somehow. I mean, I don't know where people still do this now. Okay, I could only show maybe 1 page on here because I hope everything I do falls well within a fair use. but this is a very short story, so I can't show too much. So I'm going to start on the bottom of page 66. Then I'm going to show page 67 on the page. And yeah, I'll read there. Okay, Shayna's there with Edward. Her arm slipped through his, and they both tell me they have been greatly helped and strengthened by reading the poems. It is all a matter of making connections, Shayna says in her breathless way, and Edward says it's discovering that we all share the same ancestors. Then, to my surprise, I catch sight of my mother ahead of me in the crowd, and it pleases me to see that she has put on her best cardigan and her white shoes, and that she is holding forth loudly to someone or other, saying, "Let go of the past," means embracing the present. Someone else is saying the seeds of childhood grow on mysterious parental soil, and an old man in a baseball cap is muttering, "We are the sum of our collective memories." The crowd grows even larger, and again I find myself pushed to the end of the line. I realize it will be hours before my turn comes, so I pull a book out of my knapsack to help while away the time. It is a new book of poetry, untitled and anonymous, which appears to be a celebration of randomness and disorder in the world. We are solitary specks of foam, the poet says, who are tossed on a meaningless sea. Every wave is separate, and 1 minute in time bears no relationship to the moment that precedes or follows it. I read on, and soon forget about the people crowding me and reading over my shoulder. The bowling green fades into dimness, as do the benches and the magnolia tree and gravel path, until all that's left is a page of print, a line of type, a word, a dot of ink, a shadow in the retina that is no bigger, I believe, than the smallest violet in the woods. I find this all quite fascinating, right? I mean, I don't imagine this scene ever really happening. And maybe it should. Maybe people should just be given a good book, something we can learn from, and then want to meet the author or something. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's all I have to say about this, and I would love to hear your perspective on this. I'd love to hear what you think about this and chat about it with you, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I had another thought of this come to my mind, and it kind of slipped. I think some people would tell me that I should plot out what I'm going to say, script it a bit first, but I think there has to be something within this coming out as a genuine words from me to you, and maybe part of that would be lost with scripting. So thank you, have a wonderful day, and I hope you listen on. Bye.